Hi. Okay, my mic is actually working now. Hi. Been a minute since I've streamed on this account, or like since I've streamed in general. School's just been kind of hectic lately, but we're back. We're back, and I'm doing an idea that I've been talking about for a pretty good while at this point. Basically, the idea is I want to play this hack I want to stream this hack every day from now until April 2nd. That's the game plan. I want to stream this hack every day for a week. Actually, would that be until April 2nd? I don't know. I want to stream this hack every day for a week, and I want to see how much progress I can get on it within that week that I stream it for. Basically, this is just an Apesta a day with video, but for Mega Man. Like, there's not really that much more to it. So I'm just gonna type out the going live notif, and... Feels like it's been way longer than it actually has been without me streaming. Alright. Let's get down to business. I don't have any, like, big goals for this session. I kind of just want to... like, play through the game again, basically. I was gonna wait... I have absolutely no clue how hard this is. I don't think I will ever have a clue how hard any Mega Man thing that isn't a vanilla game is going to be going into it. I just flat out don't think that's possible at this point. I am always just going to be completely guessing. This Buster Only is probably harder than, Hi Pixel! This Buster Only is probably harder than being 1.2 Buster Only. But I'm probably not gonna do this Buster Only. Due to factors. Also, I'm kind of playing like ass right now. Yeah, it's gonna be a shocking sight for some of you. I think I'm gonna start with this stage, just go in weakness order. Because this stage gives you, like, one of the best weapons in the game, and also it's not that much easier with weakness. Yeah, I'm saying. I'm ass. I'm washed. What's the gotcha? Okay, there it is. I don't know if there's actually, like, an indication of when it drops. I'm just kind of tiptoeing, hoping I don't get hit. I might play through this with save states, honestly, just to, like, speed things up, because I don't want to be here for, like, a couple hours if I can just... Like, by the end of this, I am absolutely going to be able to beat the game without save states. Hi, Augius. I'm on spring break now, so I have, like, a week to fuck around and do this. Spring break was actually supposed to start, tomorrow, but... It got moved a day early because, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even fully remember what it was. Just, like, some weird stuff that's like, hey, we gotta close the school down. Like, we got dismissed, like, early for it, but... I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh, I thought it was gonna be up already. Yeah, that'll do it. Nice fucking correction there. I think the spring collision is just kind of long here. Maybe it's like stuff like that happens more than you would think it does. Why the fuck was I just completely raw dogging that? There's like no need for me to be doing that. I have beaten this hack before casually. I did put save states in a couple places, but it was mostly just a patience thing. Like, I can't be fucked to learn this, just to beat it casually. I'll learn it when I'm actually, like, going for the week with thing. Okay, we're at boss. I don't think I can do Nightman on, like, not a full bar of HP. While also being washed. I would love to do this fight later, but it's just not even made that much easier with weapons. So I'm just kind of tanking this. Yeah, you want to be in the center for this attack. Okay, I actually did do it without gaming over. Nice. I don't even remember the weakness order in this game off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to look it up. Give me a sec. I know that in my casual playthrough I did this fight last in my casual playthrough, and also the guy, okay, yeah. Nah, I remember too. Tomahawk is weak, but... This is a fight that's just honestly easier to do with Buster. This fight with his weakness is just outright not worth doing, I don't think, because it's, like, so hard to avoid getting hit. Hopefully I actually remember to use these weapons. This is like one of the best weapons in the game, I'm pretty sure. Like this is like the fan favorite weapon, and it's also, I'm pretty sure it's actually just one of like the best, like on a... It's like a fan favorite, and it's also like actually strong, I'm pretty sure. I don't really use weapons that much when I'm doing casual playthroughs. I'm kind of opinionless on a lot of these matters. Okay, V-Tank, I'm just taking that so that I don't... Game over. These guys seem annoying. You probably wanna Guardian Blade them. Okay, yeah, Guardian Blade does just kind of shit all over them. Actually, you just... Oh, you could just do that! You still gotta deal with the missile, but I think it could just out-movement that, frankly. Oh, and also it gives you a iframes as you move. Yeah, seems pretty indispensable. Even as somebody who doesn't really like iframe weapons. And like I said, this is kind of a level, this is a boss where you don't even really want to use the weakness on him because it's not that safe. So I just kind of have free reign to use it in the stage, which is chill. Because Buster is just safer. It's like that in Vanilla, too. Vanilla Mega Man 6, Tomahawk is weak to Plant Barrier, and that's a very bad weapon for how you want to approach the fight, which is a fight you want to, like, ideally keep your distance on him from if you want to do it safely, consistently. But that weapon is, like, melee only. And you can kind of see the same, like, thing playing out here. Like, you can tell this is, like, not a boss where you want to be in melee range if you can help it. Not to mention the fact that I don't even, like, know how shooting him without getting hurt works on Guardian Blade, which is Nightman's weapon. Honestly, you might want to go somewhere else first. Or, like, somewhere else second. Like, just get Guardian Blade out of the way, and then because Tomahawk is, like, you want to fight Tomahawk with Buster, you might want to just, like, book it somewhere else. like, book it to another fight that's bad with weakness, and also gives a strong weapon. Okay, who's after Tom? Okay, it's Wind after that. Oh, also, thing that I forgot to mention about this game, this game, and honestly a lot of, like, a surprising amount of Mega Man hacks have this, but, like, there's a patch that, if you hit the select button on this, which basically every Mega Man game past 1 select doesn't do anything. So, ROM hackers got the idea to use select as, like, a quick swap button. Like, if I, hold on, so... It goes in the order of the weapon menu, so I hit... Yeah, new background, that was... I added it when I did, like, the 2 streams on the other account. Okay, so hold on. So if I just hit Control, which is what I have select bound to, I swap in the order of the weapon menu, and then... Actually, I don't have, adapters yet. But then if I hold down at Control, I go the other way. And then if I hit Control plus Enter, I go back to Buster no matter what. And then later on, Control down and Enter, and Control up and Enter do different stuff. Your life. Oh yeah, I guess your name was kind of obscured there. Okay, yeah, you don't use Guardian Blade to get through that. I don't even know why I tried that. I think I tried that in my casual playthrough and I was like, oh, it doesn't work. Reason given, I felt like it. Okay, we got that extra life at least. I do think Guardian Blade is probably going to be your, like, best asset in this game. I don't want to, like, abuse it. I don't want to, like, spam it. I don't want to, like, abuse the iframes for it, just because I don't like iframe abuse. At the very least, in Mega Man. In other games, I'm like, it's whatever. Mega Man, I'm just not a fan of stuff where you're, like, of, like, weapons that just gives you iframes. Or, like, full-body iframes that aren't tied to an attack. Guardian Blade is less egregious than some other ROM hack weapons in this regard for me. Like, there's multiple hacks where there's a weapon where it's just, like, you don't take any damage, you have full-body iframes. And sometimes you just have a hitbox, like a self-burning in 70p. If for some reason I'm ever trying to no-hit 70p, I'm just gonna, like, ban self-burning as a personal, I don't want to play the game like this rule. Like, if someone else does it, I'm chill with that. I just personally don't like iframe. Like, full-body iframe. And that's the entire weapons. I mean, to be fair with Guardian Blade, it's less egregious with the Guardian Blade just because you're moving in, like, a predetermined arc as the weapon goes. So there's a degree to which you literally wouldn't even be able to avoid what it wants you to avoid. Or, like, what the iframes let you not have to avoid, rather. That seems a bit tight, but maybe it's viable, I don't know. Oh, also, very funny story, at one point I was curious what the speedrun for this game looked like, so I just, like, looked up the world record. And the guy who has the world record on it has, like, a hand cam on his video. And you can just see the guy, like, scrolling through short-form content on his phone next to his keyboard. Like, whenever there's downtime. It's so fucking funny. Like, he's, like, scrolling through the menus during room transitions. Like the funniest thing ever when I saw it. Hold on. I'm gonna have to find this. Not to put this guy on blast, but this was just an extremely funny thing. Hold on. I'm gonna have to switch screens. Hold on. Okay, Firefox scene. Yeah, he's just practicing. Like, he's just going just short form! It's like in between levels! I don't know why this is so funny to me. I don't know why I find this to be so funny. Some of y'all need this. I would get it if this was a game where you had like, I don't know, like minutes of downtime at a time. I don't even think the downtime goes beyond like 15-20 seconds in this game. This cutscene boring as hell. And then the guy just has like just Family Guy going during like a cutscene. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find the ones where he's like actually doing it mid-room transition, because I remember there being stuff like that in Tomahawk. I forgot I have my lol emote set to that's quite funny. That's a good lol emote, I think. Hold on, I need to find where. He's going to the menus during room transitions! There's like 2 seconds! Type of shit I'm trying to be on. Okay, I think you get the memo. We're all tapping in. This is the method. Yeah, he's like fumbling around. That's what makes it funnier. In another life, this guy could have been like a nasty, like, Clone Hero teleport player. This guy could have a Mega Wump Wump FC in another life. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try this with weakness now. I think this weapon is like close range, so you wanna like just get in and fuck him up. Okay, this fight doesn't seem that bad with weakness, yeah. Where to next? Okay, Yamato Man. Yamato Man stage, and this is probably my favorite stage of the game, or at least it was during my casual playthrough. Oh, I forgot this weapon is really fun. I love this weapon. This is just like Mega Man 11, Tundra Man weapon before Mega Man 11 was a thing. I think I just like full screen vertical coverage. I just like having a big ass pillar. Oh yeah, I can just Guardian Blade through that guy. I don't know how that's gonna work with when I'm not at full, but we'll figure it out when we get there. Oh. And first game over. I think I'm gonna try to make a video out of this, if I can. If the streams just aren't entertaining enough for it, they're not entertaining enough for it, but that's like the game plan. Okay, yeah, you actually do have to deal with him. You can't just like Guardian Blade one-tap him. Nice. That doesn't grab ledge? Not ledge. That doesn't grab ladder. I've been playing too much Rivals. I don't grab a grabbable thing in this game, and I'm just like, that doesn't stab ledge. I've been on Rivals too much. Okay, I think something like that is the play. Like, go forward and then lean back with the wind. This stage is genuinely so cool. Oh, I forgot the stages where this gimmick gets introduced. Oh, I have Jet Suit now. Jet Suit is really good in this game. I forget if you get it from a... I forget if you get it at like a certain Robot Master threshold or at like just beating a certain stage. If it's just beating a certain stage, actually no. You can't really... I think the difficulty of Tomahawk isn't enough. Of like Tomahawk fight isn't enough to justify not doing Wind with Weakness. Even if it would get you Jet Suit earlier. Because I'm pretty sure that in vanilla you get it at like a specific stage. Oh, I forgot this one is an auto-scroller. This is kind of like a chill ethical auto-scroller, though. Oh, is it like a... Okay, yeah, those do respawn. I was like, how the hell are you not supposed to get soft locked? I do hope these streams are gonna be like entertaining for non-Type A Mega Man chatters. Oh wait, I literally was just... I just realized I could draw a circle around my guitar for no reason. I just realized I could die for no reason. I was like, is that game over? Okay, thank God it's not game over. Oh, let me pick up the Guardian Blade ammo. Okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Control up plus enter swaps to Jet Suit no matter what your current ability is. Jet Suit is really good in this, like I said. You tap the button and you start hovering and you actually have like full control over your like vertical and horizontal. You don't have to, it's not like in vanilla where you just have to like hold down the button and it's like an inertia thing. You just control where you are. Why am I on Jet Suit? There's like no reason to be on Jet Suit for a mini-boss. Literally useless. The reason given, I felt like it. Hi, Ned. It is a good title. It's succinct. I am doing a week with Spirit of Hackers. This is day 1 of that week. Oh. No, you don't stream transition through there. Yeah, Blade is, like, probably the best weapon in the game. And also, it's the most fun weapon in the game, so kind of goes hand in hand. I remember this fight being a little fucky, but it seems fine with weakness. Yeah. This game is not fucking around. It's like a little fucking around, actually, because it's unfinished. It's only, like, barely unfinished, though. Yeah, that probably gets consistent at some point. That's the thing with weaknesses. It's like a lot easier for you to just be like, oh, that's gonna sort itself out at some point than with Buster. Just because you have way less fight to play. Like, usually a Buster-only boss fight takes anywhere from, like... Usually a Buster-only fight takes anywhere from, like, 30 seconds to a minute. Most fights with weakness are over, like, 10 seconds. In a sense, yeah. Okay, that just seems like something where you just, like, pop Jet and, like, don't look back. Jet is gonna be really powerful in this in late game because you can just, like, cheese so much stuff with it, really. You just have, like, a really strong movement in this game. Like, even more so than in most Mega Man games with the slide. Because of Jet Suit and Guardian Blade being so good. Like in any other Mega Man game, you gotta just, like, do some, like, rush Jet finagling with that. Or you just pop Jet Suit and it's, like, a non-issue. How do you deal with this? What's the best course of action here? Is it... Okay, Spear Sam is not the best course of action. I forgot that takes that much energy. I think maybe it is just stick to Wing. Hope. Girl who's on 1 HP. I kind of forgot what the learning experience is for stuff like this because it's been a minute. I have an extremely foggy memory of the time that I was learning BM 1.2. Not because of BM 1.2 itself, but because of, like, the time of my life I started it during. So I kind of don't have, like, reasonable expectations. Also, BM 1.2 is just way easier than this game casually. Like, way easier casually. Okay, yeah, this is Guardian Blade. Go to town time. Oh, you're gonna have to, like, stall for that. Actually, are you? Can you just... No, I don't think you're gonna have to stall for that, actually. I think you can just stay on Buster. Actually, maybe this is a safer area to do with Buster. Yeah, this is safer to do with Buster. Just for the range difference. Okay. Good luck, Chester. Thanks for the good luck. I forgot you could just... I forgot I could just do this. There are so many proverbial red circles that I could be drawing around my guitar for no reason, and I'm just not drawing them. Trying and making the hollows I want it. Stop shooting! Jesus! Individual checkpoint edits are gonna go crazy. Guy remaking the Space UK Slaughterhouse intro for like a 3K segment. Guy making an edit for his room Sob TV that's like 3 minutes long and the room in question is like 2 seconds. Oh yeah, also when I was playing this game casually, the way I found out that it doesn't abide by Mega Man 6 RNG rules is that this guy did 8 snowflakes in a row. This guy did that snowflake attack 8 times in a row. Like, literally did not do the rollout a single time. I was just getting fucked on. Okay, don't be in the air between attacks at all. Yeah, Blizzard, not Blizzard. No. Snowflakes is worse than Rollout. On the site by a good bit. Done 30 minutes already? Jeez. I think I remember this weapon being good, but I didn't really use it much. Okay, where do we go next? Okay, you got a flame. I was DM'd a piece of art and I had to respond accordingly. In case you're wondering what all that typing was going towards. You weren't, but I felt like giving context anyway. Yeah, this does kind of seem like another Jet Show level. I think the thing is that, Guardian Blade is better offensively, obviously, but it's also a lot riskier than just, like, swapping a jet. And also there's a lot more situations where it can be, like, wonky. And I think you can only do it once per air time. So if you, like, miss time, then you're just kind of boned. while Jet is very lenient. So, like, if you want to no-hit this game, the most important thing to do is learn how to use Jet effectively. At the very least, in stages. Oh yeah, that's probably gonna be that'd probably be a major, like, dickhead enemy placement in Buster Only. I do really like this hack. I think it is, like, in the running for my favorite hack that I've played casually. Midas Infinity is, like, the most meaningful one to me by a lot, but sometimes you're not in the mood for Midas Infinity style gameplay. Like, Midas Infinity is just a lot, and you're not really always in the mood to be playing that sort of thing. Spirit of Hackers, like, still does definitively feel non-vanilla, but it's, like, a lot more approachable. Like, you don't have to be in the mood for the everything Mega Man hack to play Spirit of Hackers. You could just be in the mood for something relatively chill, and it works. Like, things do ramp up at points, but not to, like, an astounding degree. Endgame in this is definitely easier than, like, Install Metal Endgame. Like, you can definitely play this with not that much. You can probably play this as, like, your first Mega Man hack, honestly, if you have the vanilla games under your belt. Like, with not that much, not that much hassle. Okay, so it's Plant and then Centaur after that. These are the two, like, most annoying fights in the run, honestly. Maybe, honestly, maybe it's worth it to, like, just, like, do... Maybe it's worth it to, like, go here or meet, like, to these fights, like, as quick as possible after... like, as quick as possible after you do... freaking Knight. You don't get that much leverage from Tomahawk's weapons. The main thing is that you'd be relying a lot more on Guardian Blade throughout the run, which is riskier, but... It's also risky to do this, like, deeper into a run. Or do these fights, rather. The fights are what's scary, not the actual, The fights are the actual scary parts of, those two stages, not the actual stage portion. For what it's worth, the weapon power level doesn't feel that high in this hack. Besides how good Jetsuit is. But Jetsuit is good in a very different way than Mega Man stuff is generally good. It's just general, like, movement utility stuff. Oh. I guess that's what happens when you're in Jetsuit on on-screen transition. I'm so not used to doing these gorilla tanks without just spamming Flame Blast in their face. Because that's what you do in the Mega Man 6 speedrun. And I don't think I fought these enemies in not vanilla Mega Man, in not the context of a vanilla Mega Man 6 speedrun in a good minute. And even in a no-hit run, that's what you would want to do. Flame Blast is such a fun weapon. It's like one of my favorite shotgunning weapons in the series. Like, it's just such a good shotgunning weapon. Especially for mini-bosses. Or just big enemies in general. My girl got a health drop? Girl cannot get a health drop. It's so fucked up. Okay, so Absolute Zero is horrible against this thing, like, absolutely worthless. Maybe that's the play? Maybe Pop Spear? I could just look at what the speedrun does. So I didn't actually finish the speedrun because I was so taken aback at the short form scrolling mid-run that I just couldn't finish it. Not that I was even, like, appalled by it, I was just, like... I was just stun-locked, quite frankly. Plantman is probably the worst boss in this game, or, like, the worst Robot Master, I don't know about. Artist? It's just a very annoying fight. But maybe I'm just, like, missing a key component of it. It just feels like he can, like, wall you sometimes. You just gotta tank that. Actually, I'm starting to come to a bit of a realization. You just want to, like, camp the walls? Is it really that simple? It's really that simple. As long as you can dodge the plant barrier, or, like, figure out how to dodge it. Oh wait, you can literally just, like, you can just jet over it. Jet trivializes this fight. Just do that over and over again. Jet makes this fight a complete fucking joke. If you're, like, actually willing to, like, put in the work to... Like, it's probably a bit more of a war of attrition that way, but... I mean, whatever works. I have a full game Buster only no-hit under my belt. I think I've earned the right to do a little... I think I've earned the right to cheese a little. Hi, Vera Artemis from fundamentally not respecting my personhood.
She literally hates me more. She didn't even raid me. She literally wants me dead. She literally wants me dead. I am literally the personest person in the entirety of Goopcord, famously. Everyone else, there is some flavor of animal. Or your quote marks Nene22, but we're not talking about quote marks Nene22 underscore closing quote marks. Anyway, I started this like a day early because my school break started a day early. Honestly, there's a part of me, like, I know it's not a good idea. Especially considering that I'm not going to be home for the entirety of spring break, but the part of me does wonder if I would be able to close out a Mega Man 2 grind over the course of a spring break if I just locked the fuck in and, like, spammed super long sessions. Now that I have being able to play 2 Buster Only under my belt. Because being able to play 2 Buster Only shits on him, too. As somebody who put like 15, 20 hours into trying to know hit Mega Man 2, it completely shits all over Mega Man 2 no-hit. Jessie on this game is literally so fucking good. Oops. Girl who didn't hug the wall properly. I think I might be coming to the realization that maybe you can get a good video out of this. Or at the very least, if you can, then it's not going to be very day one heavy. That's not like a doomerism thing, if it sounds like it is. That's just... It's kind of hard to stream something like this and not have it just be me, like, nerding the fuck out over what it is that I'm playing. I think the game plan is... I think the game plan is, days 2 through 6 of this are going to be me going for segments. And then if it seems viable to, if it at all seems viable to go for a low-hit attempt on day 7, I'll try to. Okay, both of these fights just get fucked on by Jet. Like, completely and utterly shat on. It is a bit harder to do this without, it is a bit harder to do it, like, jumping over, but I'd rather take the simplicity over, like, risking messing up like a quick swap. Why is it so hard to say quick swap? It's literally not even hard, I'm just getting fucked by it. Yeah. Stalling with Jet is going to be super useful in this run. And that's 8 Robo. 8 Robo in under an hour is really good. Now for the hard stuff. This is where I might start putting save states just to, like, get through it in a timely manner. Like, I am obviously good enough to beat the tag without save states. I just don't know if I have the patience for it. Is this a fight where you just... In vanilla, you just use, Yeah, I think you just do what you do in vanilla on this fight. Because this is one of the unfinished stages. This is just the vanilla fight. Well, that's one segment down. One stage no hit and 15 to go, I guess. Roku accidentally hits Alright. I think maybe Guardian Blade kind of falls off late game. Like, it is indispensable early game before you get Jet Suit, but Jet Suit kind of feels like it outclasses it a bit. In terms of, like, why would you want to use something that, like, gives you, like, a janky dash, even if it does give you full body iframes, but you just have full control over your air movement for a solid couple seconds at a time. Like, yeah, you are making a trade-off, but you have full control over your air movement. And you can, like, you can nope out of it at any time, and you're almost never at range of running out of energy. If you know what you're doing, at least. You can just skill gap the entire game with Jet Suit, basically. And, like, it's even useful for boss fights. There are multiple fights in this game so far that I have realized are made significantly easier with Jet Suit. Like, arguably even more so than their weakness. It is just by far the strongest option in the game. And it's actually, like, a fun strongest option, too. It doesn't feel like I'm, like, I am cheesing, obviously, but it feels like the kind of cheese that isn't, like, completely disengaging with everything. It is a fun type of cheese, even if it is still cheese. Like, you are kind of making platforming your bitch, I'll give it that, but... Oops. Fucking dragon flies. Hi, Azalea. Actually, good luck. Okay, yeah, this room. This room is so cool. Oops. Yup, that's what I am. Honestly. Oh. What's happening in there? Oops. Oops! That's why you want to do that one entering the pause menu and not, just, like, trying to quick swap it. Give yourself the extra time, you need it. Maybe if you're going for aura points, that's worth it, but... The girl who almost just did it again. Okay, you can't, like, buffer it. You can't buffer the hover input. You have to actually tap it on the transition. Or after the transition, rather. Is this guy weak 2 again? Yeah. Oh, I don't even need to pop that right now. Like, literally fine. Oh, it's this piece of shit. In vanilla Mega Man 6 speedruns, this fight is literally a serial killer who brags about killing people. I don't know how it's gonna play out in this hack, though. Hopefully it's not as bad in a no-hit. Or, like, this modded version of it isn't as bad in a no-hit. I think I remember finding strats for it on my casual playthrough. That kind of trivialize it a little. Like, I think hugging this wall is a good idea. You just need good jump timing for it. And also you need to not get... You just need to not have that happen to you. Oh, that's a game over, I forgot. Girl who got that E-tank for nothing. I think Guardian Blade is good for the first room of this because of these enemies. And then you kind of want to put that shit away and swap the jet for the rest of the stage after. Maybe the take that shit off comes later, though. Or rather, to put that shit on. I'm really happy that this game actually has quick UIs unlike vanilla Mega Man 6. If this game had vanilla Mega Man 6 menu transitions, I would be, like, crying. Not even to mention quick swapping. Okay, even if you are on Guardian Blade for longer than you have any reason to be, you're fine. What? I just had to check something. Like, even if you're on Guardian Blade longer than you need to be, you're not in that, like, dire straits, because, just because you get the 2 weapon energy pickups, and there's not really any other weapons you should be using on this stage. Okay, this fight doesn't seem that bad. It does seem like you can just kind of skill gap this. At the very least, as long as you time your jumps, like, reasonably. I'm just gonna pop an E-tank to be safe. Come down, Jesus. There we go. This is the stage that I have to use save states for, because there's one part that's just like an obstacle course with Guardian Blade. And I didn't want to deal with it. I gotta adjust how I'm sitting. I think I was sitting in a way that was, like, unreasonably stressful. Like, not stressful, but, like, unreasonably straining on my hand, and I had to, like, adjust it so that I wouldn't blow up. I think abusing like screen scroll resets is going to be very useful on the screen. If I do decide to commit to Jet on it, which I might not. You probably don't even really need it that much, but I feel like it. The if reason given, I feel like it was a job. Oh yeah, you can just kind of go over. You have the means to do that. You have the facilities. Okay, why isn't I at one life? Not ideal. I probably will just save state again then. There is... Okay, yeah, I'm definitely just gonna... This isn't even the part that I had to save state for, is the thing. Like, the thing I had to save state for isn't even hard, necessarily. It's just annoyingly learning, and I wasn't doing that. I wasn't learning that without save states. There's definitely ways of normalizing the movement in that section that I had to save state. I just didn't feel like learning them. Or I even tried to at some point. I just didn't want to learn well enough to not feel like I would just be better spending my time save stating it. Is what it is. It's a section that, like, the section in question, like, one-shots you every time you make a mistake anyway. And as you can see, they're, like, spamming extra lives, so they kind of recognize that it's, like, a spot where you're expected to die. I forgot where you want to, like, stop using Jet for this. Thought I was gonna die there. Actually, do you not wanna? Maybe it is just a better idea to Guardian Blade from the start for the normalization.
This is probably my least favorite, like, section of the game. Just this room here. I just think it's, like, a little... The way that you learn in Mega Man doesn't really feel conducive to stuff like this. Also, it's in a full game with lives as opposed to just being like a standalone Mega Man Maker level. Like, Mega Man Maker Kaizo is sick. But there's a reason it's Mega Man Maker Kaizo. Besides just Mega Man Maker giving you more opportunities for stuff like that. It's just also in a game where you don't have a live system. It's a lot easier. It's a lot less annoying to play Kaizo stuff. Just because there's less, like, wasting of your time in the process of getting back to the, like, difficult platforming area. You don't have to worry about, like, oh, game over. Now I have to spend, like, a couple minutes getting back there every couple minutes. There we go. No save states tonight. I forgot what the strat for bouncing is. You can just do it from the corner. It's a harder attack to transition into than anything. There we go. Maybe, depending on what time I finish, I start doing actual segments tonight? Not counting on it, but maybe. And then this is another one of the stages that's just a vanilla boss because the game is unfinished. Oops. This fight is nerve-wracking because it's easy, but it's easy in a way that's also easy to mess up. And also, if you mess it up, it's low-key kind of humiliating. Okay, Wily stages. Wily stages in like an hour or 10, basically. I think you want to use Absolute Zero for this. Actually, no, there's not really any, like, material benefit to that. You can just kind of, like, destroy a lot of this game with only Duster and Jet, huh? Guardian Blade is kind of a fraud, I can't lie. Guardian Blade would be charge kick in today's Mega Man. Milkman and Plumber's argument, but for fucking Mega Man weapons. I think the only weapon that you could, like, make that argument against the whole series was kind of... Like, 5 Charge Buster is very good, obviously, but it's also in the game with the worst weapon loadout in the entire series. Gyro Cutter is, like, the one unequivocally good weapon on that squad. Otherwise, Buster just kind of, like, dog walks the game. Because so much stuff dies in 3 hits. For, like, 3 uncharged Buster hits. So 5 Buster, you can just charge it up, and because it does 3 damage, it nukes everything. Oh yeah, I forgot this is the screen that does that. Nice one. Those Slinky enemies are going to be tough to figure out. I think this is going to be a fun thing to do segments of, especially in 8 Robo. I don't know if I just want to go for 14 segment or if I want to try and, like, combine segments. I don't know, like, what's viable to do in a week, is the thing. Like, I have absolutely no clue what's, like, reasonable expectations would be. Not that anyone else even has expectations for this. I am, like, the only person who has any expectations one way or the other. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I'm on, like, the last stage before refights this quickly. Granted, last, like, Wily 2 and 3 in this game are fucking hard, but still. Wily 2 in this game is cool. It's just a little annoying to learn the first time. Like, on casual playthrough. Thought I could slide a ward. Like, this one, you just gotta wait a bit. Why am I going that way? No need to be going that way. Like, can you two separate a bit? Can you two separate? You're a little too close for comfort. Oops. That's what I'm trying to do there is a backup, but it's like a fine enough backup. Like, it's hard, but I also haven't done it in a bit, so it's not as hard as I'm making it look. Maybe I just... Something like that might be the play. There we go. This room seems really annoying. Maybe this is one of the points where Speary gets a lot of usage. If it'll come out, why did it just not come out? Chill. Like, that seems like maybe the worst enemy type in the game, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I'm not on last life anymore, chill. This is probably the second hardest stage of the game. For reference, like, this is my predicted second hardest stage in the game after my casual playthrough. It just seems like a really hard thing to be consistent at. Like, you gotta be really good on Jet in order to be able to do the movement you have to do consistently enough. And also stupid shit like that can lead to you, like, messing up a cycle or something. Why is it like taking so long to find, like, remember the weapon that I wanted? Okay, I don't actually. Okay, actually now vertical draft seems worse for that. Primarily because you have to be so close in order to be able to hit it. Okay, that's not worth it. I thought maybe that was worth it, but that's just way too tight of a hover input. Oh, maybe that's just what you want. There's gotta be a way to make that consistent. Probably involves Jet somehow, because making everything consistent in this game involves Jet somehow. Oh, is it just that simple? Is that just what you need to do to make that room not suck? I think you want a multi-nice spear. Oh, actually, I can just power through that. My issue wasn't that I missed the input, the issue was that I did 2 inputs. Yeah, this is the hardest non-refight stage of the game by a massive margin. For no hit, anyway. This was another one I had to save straight through in my casual playthrough just for patience. Oh, they're just constantly spawning, so it's completely futile. Okay, now it's unwinnable. Like, that's the thing, there's like so little margin for error, especially in this section. You like accidentally you like mistime a couple shots and then boom. You just lose the run. It's not as big of a deal on a no-hit because half the stuff that triggers, it's not as big of a deal on a no-hit because one of the reasons it's so difficult to do that room casually is because if you get hit by one of them, you just cause it to shoot again, and that's one less layer of ice for 4. But it's still really hard. It's still really, really fucking hard. Even with that, like, taken into account.
Maybe Vertical Draft actually is your best bet. Maybe Vertical Draft is like Sleeper the best non-utility weapon in the game. I might save state for this stage just for patience reasons, like I did in my casual playthrough. Maybe it's just better to play this as like a pacifist mode? Yeah, like you make one movement mistake and then bam, you're already on thin ice. Make one more and then it's just unwinnable. Such a hard room. Like easily the hardest room in the game. Not even close. Yep. Such a hard room. Maybe it gets consistent at some point, but hard to tell. I think after, like, the next game over after this coming one, I'll start save stating. Just to, like, get this over with. Full Wily Castle, this would be a really cool thing, I think. But I'm not getting that in a week. Not even fucking slightly. Like, I didn't even realize that one was still on the screen. Flat out, I did not realize the source of that bullet was still on the screen. I thought it was already off screen. Okay, there we go. And then I forgot the boss is this piece of work. That fucking shot is so hard to deal with. And then, like, half the time you're popping an E-Tank barely even does anything. Nope, can't even meaningfully get much done with. Like that! Why does that basically, like, why does that star do so much damage? Jesus. Are we serious? Are we actually serious? Like, half the time an E-Tank doesn't do anything, because it can just choke half your health whenever it feels like it by the time you've actually popped the E-Tank. So it's like, sometimes you only get like 2 extra hits in with an E-Tank. Ridiculous. Maybe it's just the boomer in me, but I feel like I prefer not quick swapping for a lot of weapon swap you gotta do in this. Even though this is like this is one of the hacks with like very convenient quick swapping. I just in general find quick swapping to not be as convenient as like pausing and swapping. Actually, was the play just like not being jet the whole time? I think the play was just don't be in jet the whole time. Or like there's some parts where you kind of have to be in jet, but you know how it is. Nice almost back up. Okay, that makes this a lot less scary of a stage now. Still probably the second hardest stage of the game, but a significantly more manageable second hardest stage of the game. Now we just gotta figure out what's up with that damn boss. There's definitely an easier way to do this, I just don't feel like learning it. I'll get to it when I put save states at it. Trust me. That one friend who audits. That one friend who mistypes. Can I do this stream? Jesus! Cannot be that hard. It cannot be that hard. What am I doing? Why is this just like the secret hardest screen in the game? I don't get it. Literal sleeper top one screen. How did I hit left twice there? Girl whose finger jitters, I guess. It would be really funny if I hyped up this screen as like the hardest screen in the game, and then it's the easiest screen in the checkpoint. No, I don't think that's what's actually going to happen. And game over. Granted, this only really this kind of thing would only matter in low hit runs, but it's still so fucking hard. Okay, I think if I die one more time to the final screen, I'm just gonna put a save state at it. I'm gonna need one at some point. Why could I not swap? Why could I not enter the fucking pause menu? Oh, it just takes a long time to be able to swap. Huh. I see. I thought my pause inputs were just... I mean, they are getting handled weirdly. I thought they were just getting handled a different kind of weirdly. Oops. Accidentally popped one of my E-tanks. Not that it really matters much.
Okay, it's probably just like some normalized movement stuff. Now I'm actually just gonna look up what this boss is weak against. Just for my own sake. Weak hits? Oh, it's weak to power adapter. I see. I'll give it a spin. Can we even do anything about it ramming into you? Kind of feels like you just gotta hold that, even if you're holding the corner. Okay, there we go. That's probably gonna be the fight I have. This is definitely gonna be the stage I have to lab the most. Maybe the fight I have to lab the most too. Actually, wait, I forgot 1v3 is like strange and esoteric with its boss. Yeah, I think I might genuinely be starting to think that vertical draft is the secret best weapon in the game. Not including Jet Suit, obviously, because that's way too overbearing. Jet Suit, like, defines the run, basically. Is what I'm picking up here. None of your actual special weapons will define the run. Guardian Blade will be useful early game, but useful early game is not run defining. And he gets outclassed by Jet Suit in a lot of ways because of like the enhanced safety of Jet Suit. Like, I wouldn't fault someone for finding it cheap or like lame, but like, this is just what you do to efficiently no-hit this. It's just the method. Oh, it's this. Guardian Blade up. And then fail. Jackass. Okay, so that's really good against this specific set of gorillas, but you don't get that in the original stage. Because it's Plant Man's stage, and that's Plant Man's weapon. There's probably gonna be a couple weapons in this that, like, don't get any, like, use at all, huh? Jetsuit is just like out here like snatching chains. That, like, teleport, that, like, laser teleport thing is so goofy looking. Like, it feels like every single thing Guardian Blade does gets outdone by either Jetsuit, or Vertical Craft. Just kind of feels like a why would you ever... Just kind of feels like why would you use this after early game, really, because not what I was expecting that weapon to be at all. I was expecting that to, like, be really useful until late game, even. Oh, you just do that. And it's not even that bad offensively either, because it lets you, like, mash down stuff that's a lot harder to mash down because it's airborne. What the fuck is Windman Week 2 again? Oh yeah, Wing. I kind of forget this isn't just his weapon. And then I'm gonna have to remember how the boss of the stage works. Because he was, like, strange and whatnot. Yeah, snowflakes are so much worse to deal with. I don't even know if Jet can necessarily bail you out of snowflakes. It seems a little too RNG heavy for that to really be a thing. Seems harder to do the jet thing in the refights arena because it's smaller, but it's still definitely possible. Oh, also you want to do it closer to his head, I think. Also, it's still hard. It's not like it's completely free. The real, like, optimal way of doing that is gonna involve, like, swapping between Jet and D-Torch. I was kind of worried going into this about energy weapon routing. No, not I'm kind of worried going into this about weapon energy routing, but you kind of don't need to worry that much when you're just relying on jet suits so much. So that'll make things easier. Time for this Locata. I'm happy that this was such a followable fight. I am not trying to deal with the RNG on this. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to deal with RNG time stops. That, as far as I'm concerned, aren't really super, like, player preventable. It just kind of feels like you gotta tank them. It's nice to be able to just actually unequivocally be able to not have to deal with that shit. Okay. Now I need to look up how this fight works. Give me a sec. This fight is wild and uncanny. Or at the very least it is if you don't know what the hell to do. Okay. So just spam the screen nuke and then Buster only after that. Oh yeah, also I didn't get a chance to shut this weapon off at all earlier. And then just Buster only this. What that Ice Spear also seems good? Oh, I'm out of energy. Where? Next time I do think it is a better idea to go for spear. Just for like the better angles. Oh. Oh yeah, also if you hit the wrong thing you have to re-kill. You have to re-kill the spear. And now I don't remember what else the spear is weak to. So I'll just reset the attempt. I might put a state here just for like patience' sake. Yeah, I'll just put a state there just so that I don't have to lose my mind. Hopefully I don't need it. Okay, I do think Buster is safer. Like, since it's harder to hit, it's also harder to accidentally hit blue. I have no clue what the hardest fight in this game is gonna be. I think this would be my first guess, but I cannot know. I kind of play it as a bit of a DPS race, I can't lie. Like a very annoying, abstract, esoteric DPS race, but still DPS race. I'll try again with Molten Ice Spear. See if that does anything. Oops. They're completely immune during that attack? Just hit it! There we go. I'm probably just gonna game over to refill everything. Or not even just to refill everything. Gonna be a more efficient way of playing through endgame. Yeah, this does seem very backloaded. This does seem like Wily is by far the hardest section, like Wily 2 to end. Oh wait, I forgot they just give you the mother load. I forget what final bosses we do. I thought Wily 4 stage was way longer than it was for some reason. Oh, I just remember what this is week 2. I'll try a Buster only just to see how viable it is, though. That's the thing when you're, like, no-hitting. There's a lot of situations where it might just flat out be more viable to Buster only a boss than to actually use weakness. Because of, like, the gameplay style the weakness facilitates. Like, Buster is very capable of, like, fighting almost any boss. There's some bosses where the kind of weapon that the weakness is not conducive to the style of the boss at all. If that makes sense. Great example, Gutsman and Mega Man 1. That boss is not compatible with being weak to Hyper Bomb. It is actively much more of a risk to try and use Hyper Bomb on it. Like, it is outright safer to just Buster only him, even in the refight. Okay, final phase. Okay, I think I'm gonna need weakness for this phase. But I forget what weakness is. Do the Juke Hornet playthrough we go. Oh, they're all just weak to the same thing. I think Guardian Blade is... Nope, Guardian Blade is horrible for this. Guardian Blade is actually just on Fraud Watch, holy. I would love to have to fill out a Guardian Blade apology for him by the end of the week, but I don't think that's in the cards. I don't think it's the media convinced me it was just a worse version of Jetsuit. I think Jetsuit just outclassed it flat out. Guardian Blade apology for him. The media convinced me Jetsuit was better. I didn't watch the actual streams. I only look at advanced. I only theory craft and I don't play the game. Fucking, I don't know. I was too tweaked about dual override being a thing to think critically. Is this anything? Just gonna pop that for... Just gonna pop that so that I don't have to do another attempt. I forgot this does that much contact damage. Within basically 1 HP. Now I have to actually play the game. I think that might be GG's for this life. Unfortunate. Probably gonna have to game over again to refresh. I'll do some buster attempts just to conserve weapon energy. Still don't understand what this attack wants you to do. Stop doing this attack! Okay, this is completely GG's fucking hell.
Why they just want to be dead that time? Jeez. Okay, that specific version of the, like the green target bouncing seems fucked up. Like, this one seems fine, but when it actually, like, completely goes off screen. Okay, you just have to be a movement demon for it, that's not actually that bad. The one that doesn't bounce with plus wind seems really hard. Maybe you just got a tank though, honestly. Wait, no, I keep forgetting Genos in this game. I literally keep forgetting Genos in this game. Hi, Evie! Hi. I'm good, I'm good. Spring break started like a day early, so chill. That's like the only reason I'm streaming today. I was gonna do this stream tomorrow, but now that... Yep. Yeah? Each bubble score is crazy. Fair enough, but thanks for coming up. Good luck cleaning up the mess. That linear algebra class just seems like it's just like putting you through the trenches. What is the certifiably insane thing? We all need to know this. I see. I see. It's about the map. Noted. Yay, yay. The cube. It's a secret thing that I don't know if she told you about it, but it's a secret thing that she reached out to me about a couple days ago. If it wasn't a couple days ago, I'm only saying a couple days ago because my sense of time is fucked. Yep, no cube leakage. I kind of just assumed this would be something that yeah, you would also know about. Oops. I probably gotta pop an E-tank. Yeah. And then back to the wing. Phase 3 of this seems really hard to deal with in a full segment. It probably does get at least somewhat consistent. Okay. Did it die with like one shot left? That's the game. Video game complete. Day 1 complete. Yeah. Okay, that's what the game plan was for today. Just kind of play through the game and then figure out what we gotta do from there. Is anybody doing anything today? Oh, is he playing video game? Video game player, is he? Basically. Well, that was a fun stream. Gonna be doing more stuff with this in the next couple days, as you can probably tell by the title. So, yeah. See ya. Tomorrow we're actually going to start doing meaningful segments, but that's about it. Oh. Oh. Cryo-G. Cryo-G. Oh, there's reason. Will this reason be given in DMs or in stream chat? Either is fine. Okay, what are we looking at here? That's a frozen ass G, holy. I thought you meant like, I thought you were like hyper abbreviating Cryptobiosis Golden and not just like cryogenically frozen G. Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for my brain to go there? Am I wrong to think you were Cryptobiosis Golden 2 posting? The Devil to Cryptobiosis Super not Silted. Golden 3 Super Devil. Okay, I'm actually gonna end the stream this time. Okay, bye, 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 bye. Oh, I didn't click the start raid button. Oops! Oops! I'm bad at this. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.